true Biafran. MAZI NNAMDI uniquely brings to you Radio Biafra live broadcast by the eminent Supreme Leader and the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces of the Indigenous People of BIAFRA, IPOB. MAZI NNAMDI KANU. The evening broadcast, live and direct, on the 7th day of May, 2015. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Browse Biafran Restoration websites at www.ipob.org and radiobiafra.co. Also browse our website at www.biafran.org to learn more about Biafra history. Visit our YouTube channel more often for the very best of Biafran videos. Enjoy it.
Biafra, we have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra. We shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom.
Good evening, wonderful people, great Biafrans, wherever you are. On the face of this very planet, we are coming to you. The time now here is about 5 minutes to 8 p.m. here in Biafra land. We have come very late because we were on transit. We said we must come to you this very evening, and that is precisely what we have done. You must bear with us. We do apologize. And Barrister must reach me or to attempt to reach me via the usual channel. Please, wherever you are and irrespective of what you are doing, this is your radio station. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and we are direct, and humanity is paying attention to our broadcast this evening because we have come to propagate this very gospel that will restore the entity of heaven upon the face of this very earth. Some people don't understand what we are doing. Some people fail to appreciate the magnitude and the depth of these very efforts that we are making to ensure that the will of Chukwu Abiyama prevails in our lifetime, and as it is in heaven, so also will it be, or shall it be on earth. We welcome you, and we ask you to welcome other people as well. We ask you to do so, making use of every available means at your disposal. You can use new media platform if you wish. You can go on your Twitter and tweet that you're listening to Radio Biafra. You can go online. You can use Facebook if you want. You can also be able to email. You can use text messages. It doesn't matter how you disseminate the information as long as you do so. Go out and spread this gospel. Go out and inform humanity that we are live. Go and tell them that Port Harcourt is on fire because Radio Biafra is there. Tell them that we are on satellite. Tell them we are also online. Tell them we are not the type of people that will begrudge the success of other people. Tell them our only aim is to restore Biafra. We don't care who restores Biafra. It doesn't matter to us. As long as Biafra comes. People must understand this very, very well. The work of Radio Biafra IPOB is to ensure that Biafra comes. As simple as that. We are not a personality cult. We are not into the business of that is too childish. We don't play that type of silly game here. Start doing it. If there's anything you know you are an expert in doing, continue doing it. That Biafra will be restored. But I'm saying it because some people are not getting it. I am not for peace. I don't believe in peaceful restoration of Biafra. I don't believe in that garbage. That is nonsense. If you believe in peaceful restoration, do whatever you like, you want to do, but don't disrupt what we are doing. If your own proves to be successful, we will support you in every way possible. If anybody can go out today and say that through peaceful restoration, Biafra will come, I am telling you, as I said before, I will resign my commission, I will resign my position, and I will follow you. I will resign, I will follow you. Anything you want me to say on Radio Biafra for you, I will do so. We are not going to follow people that will take us to Buhari once again. We are not going to follow people working for Korocha. I have seen something within the Biafra movement here on the ground that leads me to believe that it is not Awasa that is holding us. We are holding ourselves. I don't know where they got this type of behavior from. Nobody concedes to the power of superior reasoning anymore. A few shambolic people just gather together, bring one or two of their friends together and say, oh, we are forming a Biafra group. How do you intend to get Biafra? They don't have a clue. They don't have any reasoning nor understanding. They don't understand what is this whole thing entails. Everybody is a freedom fighter. Freedom fighter. Freedom fighting. Is that how it's done? I told you before, freedom fighting is not for hungry people. Do you hear what I said? This is Radio Biafra will speak the truth. Freedom fighting has never ever in the history of mankind been led by people who are hungry. It's impossible. You can lead you out before you come to lead other people. So that things don't face you. That is why you have always failed. You go and bring out hungry vagabonds. Once they have 1 million new, they cannot be able to handle it. That's why you have always failed. That is why freedom fighting. Cannot lead freedom fighting is impossible. These are the things you need to know. If freedom fighting, go back to classroom and go and study. Freedom fighting. It is not. If you think that by mounting Biafran flag is freedom fighting, you are dreaming. You are in cloud cuckoo land. It is not. Freedom fighting is about being methodical, ideologically sound. In other words, anywhere you go to, any debate you encounter, you floor your opponents. That's the essence of freedom fighting. Making sure that the preeminence of your reasoning and your logic is there for the whole world to see. That is freedom fighting. Ohanya si boss ega egwugide aja chiji 4 o'clock weta kelekra anyi ano isi ebe sepụta unu emekwa Biafra wano ka ọ na-enye fe bandi ara nwụrụ anwụ. Mad people. If you want to get Biafra by talking and reading the book of Chronicles, I know Chukwu Abiyama will give us Biafra. The same way it was in the past, in the history of humanity, is how we're going to get our own. We are going to fight for it. Any Biafra that comes by peace, I'm not interested in that. I will serve my country loyal in whatever. If you want me to be a street cleaner, I will do street cleaning for you. We are not going to be dragged backwards anymore. If you don't know what IPOB means, it means we only go forward. We don't retreat. We only keep going forward, growing from strength to strength. It's impossible. There are people without employment masquerading on the about how they're going to get Biafra. They are lying to me because they want money to be able to feed. Can we carry any with something as sacred as Biafra? Not me. Incredible. Some people amaze me. I have seen so much on the ground. Believe you me. As young, you see young men, as if they are old, decrepit men in the village. What we are doing, the answer is you can't do it. If we ask you to even go and make a speech to raise the morale of your family, Biafra is not for people who are 9 months pregnant men. Come on, go and look like a freedom fighter if you don't know what it looks like. Go and slim down and come and fight for your country. You from here to that place like a 9-month-old pregnant woman. Freedom fighting. You see all this nonsense I'm seeing on this Biafra of freedom fighting. This Oshebe. I'm moving forward. That nonsense stops it. IPOB don't participate in such rubbish. Nonsense. We don't do such nonsense. We are very clean and tidy. If you look at us, you will know. We don't indulge in nonsense. We have taste. Not rubbish. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to all of you, wherever you are. Once again, I do reiterate unreservedly our apologies for late coming engagements all over the place. Please, you must pardon us for coming late, but we're going to be here to make up for everything. That I assure you. We are live and direct, and this is Radio Biafra. On CHK Biafra FM, we are on satellite. We are also online. Go to Google, type in Radio Biafra, and as they say, the rest will be history. That I can assure you. Once again, I must welcome you. Once again, Agamefe Chukwu Abiyama Ofufe Preach. As I said in the morning, I will say again, Chukwu Abiyama Gonwa Wonye Mo Bi Madu Niile. You know the hearts of men, even when it is dark. You know what we do, hidden from the views of other people. You know our life outside and inside. You know who we are. You can see the heart of man when other men cannot. Look at us. Look at us very well. If we don't believe in this Biafra we are preaching in truth and honesty, Chukwu Abiyama, what are you waiting for? Kill me. Because I'm not worthy to live. If I lie in the name of Biafra, you will kill me because you are God. You will kick it. And if it is that we speak the truth here, uncompromised, you will bless us. You see, indigenous people of IPOB, you will bless them. If not for any other thing, for what they have been through, you will allow them to see your creation. You will allow them to witness Biafra in their lifetime as a sign of your mercy, of your grace, and of your kindness. That is why we worship you. And we don't worship any other God. There is no other God, none whatsoever. None whatsoever. Chukwu Abiama. Chukwu okike ma ihe niile. Inwege mmalite inwege ọgwụgwụ. You are creation. We worship you, we honor you, we praise you, we adore you, we kneel before you, we prostrate before, we lie down. Nefego fufe. There is no other person, there is no other entity, there is no other, nothing at all compared, nothing away here. We have come that your children may know you. We went astray before. We were filled with envy, greed, and jealousy. We were worshipping idol and in a Pharisee. But we have come to your knowledge, your understanding. That is why we approach before thee. We have come to you to honor you. That in the end of everything that we are doing, including the restoration of your kingdom upon the face of the earth, every glory and honor will go to your name. We will worship you. We will worship you that angels in heaven will be jealous. We are not like other people that Chukwu Abiama will bless and they will abandon Chukwu Abiama and be doing other things. No. Chukwu Abiama himself knows. You will give us Biafra and we will worship you in a manner that angels in heaven will be jealous. Because there is one thing we know as Biafrans is how to praise people when they do good for us. Chukwu Abiama, imagine what we will do. You say we should keep Sabbath holy. In fact, we'll start from Wednesday to keep it holy. Humanity will know that you are creation. Biafra will worship you in such a way that nobody will be in doubt that there is Chukwu Abiama in heaven. This is Radio Biafra. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I lead indigenous people of Biafra all over the world. I command all her forces. And in the same vein, the director of Radio Biafra. I don't circumvent it. And I'm round. Wasting time. I don't believe that nonsense. I call a spade a spade. Here we speak the truth without compromise. There is no room for compromise. None whatsoever. Typhoid. Go and cure yourself. When Chukwu Abiama sends you on a message, we will know. Anybody thinking that by sitting down and reciting Psalm 1 to 50 that Biafra will come, you are deluded. Your brain is not correct. Because Chukwu Abiama is not a lazy creator. He's not lazy. He worked for 6 days. On the 7th day, he rested. He's not lazy. To think that he can sit at home by reciting Biafra, you are a dreamer. I don't believe that nonsense. We'll go to war. They will kill us. We will kill them. But in the end, we'll emerge triumphant. Mark my words somewhere. If the barrister is able to join me, the very eminent barrister will join me. Barrister will join me. And I am going to give Barrister a very special number this evening. Chidebere, come close and give this very number to Barrister, very eminent Barrister. Find it, please. You will see it there. Look for, how do you look for number? How do you look for it? The Barrister should be duly notified in a short while to be able to join me. Since Viber is not behaving itself, we must preach this gospel. This gospel must be preached, and there is nothing that will stop it from happening. Absolutely nothing. Nothing whatsoever. When our lines open, you will call us. And if you call us, we will be duty bound to take your calls. And once we do so, you will speak to us. You people have been performing exceptionally well. I'm telling you the truth. Our people no longer hang about. Our people now, when they call Radio Biafra, very quickly, they will go on. They will go on. Give the number to Barrister, please. Go and give it to Barrister Mamizu to call me. That is Barrister's private line. And also to be circulated to the Directorate of State for all principal officers wishing to call. They now have a very special line that will not be announced on air. Only for principal officers. That number should be circulated to Mazi Nnnamdi, also to Engineer Iranya, our very credible COC, and also our continental reps, but very critically to the very eminent barrister has come. He has taken the shortcut to come to me, and I must therefore go to him because our Viber is working. As I was planning to provide a special number for barrister, barrister said I prefer to come via the route that I have always known before. Being a man of course, immense tradition, I'm in Lagos, all the same. Barrister, I presume that you can hear me.
Director, welcome. As he was about to provide the phone number, I called and I said I prefer the route.
Of course. You took a very safe route. You are very conservative.
Director, Nnamdi, only you can say it the way it is. You know how to go across the chase.
Of course.
Chukwa Biama will always be with you anytime, any day.
Indeed. Good
evening to you, Director.
Good evening.
Good evening, Biafrans. We are here with you again in the evening, and we were there in the morning. We will always be here over and above until Biafra is re-established. We will carry on what we are preaching here because we've been made to be here. We've been made to talk to you, Director. As you were blessing our people in the morning, I remember I do tell you that please give our people the time. Be patient with them.
Barrister, you won that very argument convincingly. Our people are exceptional people. Our people are good people. They shocked me this morning. They are wonderful, wonderful people. Come on, when there are evil people amongst us.
Of course. But the good ones are more greater, bigger in size. Chukwa Biama will always bless them as you have always blessed them this morning. Our people, you are good. That's why we take our time to thank you for your goodness, for your contribution, for your listenership, for the blessings you give us here, because we know that it bites you. It is very, very difficult for what most of you are going through. Lamentation is what we are here. All of you are complaining. Seriously, what you've endured and what you're going through. Chukwa Biama has heard all your supplications, your endurance and what you're going through. Very soon you'll be liberated. There are no people like Biafrans. We are exceptional. We are unique. We are made differently. And in Biafra, all of us we meet is our central point. May God bless all of you, whatever you do. The little children that always listen to us, always want to contribute, always want to what we're doing here. Chukwa Biama will bless all of you individually. We were made, I keep telling Director, it's because of the love we have for you. Because in Bema, when you are crying, it's also affecting us. It's just of recent I have advised myself not to be crying anytime I speak here on Radio Biafra. I tend to be emotional. But I've cautioned myself and people have advised me to stop it. To preach this gospel and to be tenacious in it rather than to be very emotional. Our Director, in as much as he tries to be emotional, he controls himself. Instead, it will push him into anger, to be angry with you, and that anger has brought goodness out of all of you. When he preaches here, he sounds as if he's angry with you. He's trying to bring the best out of all of you. We are here together. All of us are going through all the wickedness from the zoo, and we cannot stop until this zoo is dismantled and dismembered and disappeared. We preach all this for the goodness of mankind, not only for Biafrans. But for all of you, for those who have interest in the restoration of Biafra, for all our friends and well-wishers, and for those who believe in justice, what is happening to us, the world are hearing it. It is not good. They realize that it is not fair. We lament every day, we shout upon all the atrocious atrocities that's coming out from the zoo, the contraption that the British made and kept away. They created this evil and they are watching us. It is affecting us. They are looking at it as if it is nothing because it's not affecting them. But what goes around will surely come around one day because we have this law of retributive justice, the law of karma, that whatever you do against your fellow man will come back to you at some point in time. We ask all of you to remain resolute, remain focused, that we are with you. With Chukwu Abiyama who have blessed us, he knows that all of us are crying. All of us are shedding tears for what is happening to the unborn children, the pregnant women, our men that have no jobs. I was talking to Festus this afternoon. Festus, who is recovering from his operation. Our coordinator, London coordinator, the best man we have ever found in coordinating of this Biafran struggle.
He is awesome. He is awesome.
He is.
He is awesome.
He was telling me that our people have made the Igbo in this country, and they are more than willing. The Igbo in this country, in United Kingdom, are happy. They said we should not shout too much. They are with us. All they need is to get the information across to their people back home. That is all they ask for. They are coming on the 30th of May, Festus told me. And I assured him that I will get back to him, but I came very late. I have to jump on straight to, because once director called me, when Caesar said, do this, it is always done. I do not allow him to shout too much, because in as much as he's there, I'm always with him. I gave him a promise. I will never turn away from the restoration of Biafra, because I took a vote on this. I vowed that Biafra will go with me wherever I go. And I preach it everywhere. And those around me preach the same. My PA always preaching Biafra, even at work. Wherever she sees all the people around her, she tells them about Biafra, convincing the white people that Biafra is the only way. God bless her. She's doing her best to preaching this gospel. May Chukwu Abiyama bless all of you. As we are about to tell you the news today, I always say we are not terrorists. We are doing it in an unconventional way. The best way ever. Nobody has ever embarked on this route to bring about the restoration of their own country. We are doing this differently. And all glory goes to Chukwu Abiyama, and director, the mentor, the brainchild of what we do here. He took all this in upon his shoulders. He organized. He traveled worldwide, making sure he recruits people. And he did it. Bringing people from America. One on any them. Obidio Bienu, our COC, Chief Engineer Irania, or is it Omiomio, the one that came from Spain. When he talks diligently. He doesn't come here to tell stories. He'll tell you. All of them, all over the place, in Malaysia, in Asia and India, across the world. Also, our people in Ivory Coast, those in Senegal, our prince, he knows he's doing his level best. I mean, Prince Chibike, he's one of us, including our own brother in the zoo, Emma Madabuchi. He's always there with our deputy director, Uche Mefowokukua. Everybody, all of you, you are doing exceptionally very well, individually in your own capacity. We are very many. When they talk about Wazurike, the smuggler, it's only him known in his own particular agenda. Only him. But here, we are very many. How many would you mention worldwide? That is why nobody should ever try compare us here on Radio Biafra with Wazurike, who is busy trying to acquire wealth. A man stricken with poverty, trying to live upon others. How can you milk your own people who is also suffering like you are suffering? You cannot steal from your own particular people. Those who are suffering just like you. You are trying to milk them. Take some people's land to put onto your own, which is what Chukwu Abiyama do not like. Here on RadioBiafra, director will tell you we are whiter than white, whiter than snow. This is the banner all of us preach upon. And we can never move away from this particular standpoint. Good evening to all of you. Director, Onwa Buruburu, the finest man. I hand this back to you and I wait for the news.
Thank you, Barrister. Eloquently put and quite succinctly delivered. We are live and we are direct, and we must continue to stress the need for incorruptibility within IPOB. Never ever going back, always ensuring that every opposition we encounter, we emasculate, we suffocate, and we strangulate with reason, logic, and of course, argument. Nothing more, nothing less. The prevalence of superior reasoning is why today IPOB is peerless. There are no two IPOBs, only one. Indigenous people of Biafra. We don't meet with Buhari. We are not in alliance with Ohanese and Dioshin and the Atoron. No, because if you disgrace yourself, don't blame other people for pointing that out to you. Our lines will open following the conclusion. We shall try to be as brief as possible today of our news headlines and accompanying summary, of course. Because here we do news in a way and in a style that is very exceptional. Right now, Radio Biafra has cult following all over the world. People listen to Radio Biafra addictively. Why do you think that is the case? Because we discovered something that other people ignored. Is Yokubund. Once you stand on the truth and you're speaking it, dear Lord God have mercy. You have nothing to be afraid of. Let us give you the news. Headlines and then the news summary. Of course, accompanied by our analysis. We break the news down so you understand it. If you read this news now, breaking news, power outage disrupts reps plenary session. Would that make any sense to your grandmother in the village? But here this evening we are going to explain. They were debating in these are the lawmakers. Where they make law, there was no light. The generator broke down. There was no light from NEPA. Even generator, no light. At last, those who are in control of the generators that supply it, they are now beginning to behave very well. As we said to them, if you want to have light 24 hours a day, make sure that nobody has access to generator, including the senators. You will see you have light 24 hours a day. They were debating how to steal even more money. It's called plenary session. They look like people in a stadium. Have you actually looked at the House of Assembly, House of Reps, and House of Senate? No, please go and look at the video footage. They look like people who are in a theater watching a play. Is that the sitting arrangement of any decent law chamber in the world? It looks like a lecture hall, an auditorium. And then look at the dressing and the faces of the people who are lawmakers. Look at their faces. You will know why you're in such an almighty mess. They took the light. NEPA took light when House of Reps. Just imagine in America, House of Reps debating something that is important, or in the UK, the House of Commons, and all of a sudden there is no light. Why do you think they are baboons and monkeys? And the only thing, of course, they give birth to rubbish filled with greed, envy, and jealousy. Greed, envy, and jealousy. These people, why is it that you have no light? You said, oh, we want independence. We want the white man to go. Africa, let's unite as one. Okay, yes. They gave you what somebody quite rightly termed flag independence. So you're waving green, white, green instead of the Union Jack. Up until today, in the year 2015, people were legislating. I would have thought that if you give birth to a child, the child keeps growing, isn't it? The zoo, rather than improving, is stunting. When white people were in the zoo, did they have any power failure at Lagos Chamber, Lagos Council? Then the answer is no. It's only when black people took over. Can you imagine that lawmakers, the apex lawmakers, we are debating something and all of a sudden there's no light? And you want me to respect you? You're a human being. They are lunatics. You can't do it. Do you think to supply electricity is easy? No, it is not easy. Electricity supply is not easy. You need to, first of all, generate the electricity. You need to distribute it with high tension. You need to step it down again at the substation and then route it again through intermediary lines, then step it down again with a transformer before you can then pipe it to people's homes. You think it's easy? Oh, we don't have light. I don't want easy. I don't want a fella. You need common sense and reason. Look at the face. No, please do this experiment now. Go to Google and type in House of Reps, Nigeria, zoo, of course. Tell me if the faces of those people denotes any seriousness, or can these people actually make it possible for you to have light? The answer is no. So that was why they were debating and they took the light only in the zoo. Anybody in doubt as to the jihadist credentials of Muhammadu Buhari should look no further. Do you know what he said? I will overhaul the electoral process. Not the legislators, you know. Not the house that will. He's not saying I will propose a bill to overhaul. You know, some of you don't understand the meaning of democracy. Some of you think that because Buhari has been rigged into power, he can stand up and just overhaul the electoral system so that only the jihadists will be winning all the time. This man is doing exactly what Islam does everywhere in the world. They will contest. They will tell you, oh, we want to submit to democracy. Let's vote. Once you vote in Islam, they change the law. I said, go, I don't tell you what, go and do your research. You'll find out. Once you vote in Islam, Islam will alter the electoral laws so that they will remain in power forever and ever. And surprise, surprise, he hasn't even been sworn in. He's saying, I will overhaul. On your own, Buhari, you cannot overhaul anything because you are in a supposedly democracy. Now, we are going to tell you how things will be done in Biafra land, where there will be democracy. As the head of state, all you have is a list to say, these are my aspirations. I wish to accomplish this when I go into office. Then when you are sworn in, you will introduce them as a bill. If you want to overhaul the electoral system, you will say, these are my proposals. We want you to enact this into law. Debate, legislate on this to give XYZ powers to this new body we are now forming. It's not you. Not you, Buhari, or any head of state in Biafra land. You know, it's not your duty. Your job is to propose. That is the meaning of democracy. That is how you respect laws. You say, I am proposing that we change the electoral system. Not to say, I will overhaul it. Go and look at Islamic Brotherhood. Look at every Islamic country in the world. Look at Iran. They move into power. As soon as you elect them in, they change everything. They change the electoral laws. And, of course, the terrorist is doing exactly the same. And in the picture, he is flanked on the right-hand side by the man, as somebody said this morning, that I never thought that anybody would steal more than Babangida. But Bola Ahmed Tinubu has stolen more than Babangida, which is a world record. They claim they want to fight corruption. But let me advise the lawyers of everybody who has been corrupt in the zoo before. Anytime EFCC under Buhari or comes after you, ask them to go after. We have all his account details. Ask them to first of all investigate Tinubu before they come to you. They will run away from you. Or when they take you to court, you call Tinubu as a witness, and your counsel will cross-examine him. They will let you go free, scot-free. I'm giving you free legal advice. I will overhaul the electoral process to make sure that only Muslims win. I love this news, you know. Power blackout. And they stopped talking. Ndioshi. All they want to do is to distribute money. And they are sending that money to Dubai. Do you know what has happened now in Dubai? Dubai is now closing the bank accounts of every Nigerian. If you're a student, if you're a politician, it doesn't matter. Your accounts are being frozen. Shut down on Wundoshi. In the United Arab, in Dubai. The news is here. You know, you don't get this news anywhere. It's only on Radio Biafra now. Don't you know that? Accounts are being closed down in Dubai. Because everything from the zoo. When I tell people listen to Radio Biafra, don't doubt me. Our brother said, oh, I never thought they did, but now I know. I said everybody listens to Radio Biafra, including United Arab Emirates. Do you know why? Because Radio Biafra is on Arab satellite. So you don't know that before. We are on Arab sat. So my voice is being carried into the Middle East right now, into Saudi Arabia, into Qatar, via satellite. Don't you know that? That's how formidable we are. Let us see who can replicate such. I said, in the Arab world now, on Arab satellite, Radio Biafra is broadcasting into Saudi Arabia on satellite. Right now, this minute. We're not here to play games. They listened to Radio Biafra. They said, we'll shut down the account of every baboon and monkey. We'll close the accounts down. In Dubai. Unbelievable. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and we are direct. Chukwu Abiyama, of course, presiding. We are continuing with our news headlines. Trouble at Alaba Market. The second hand. Alaba Market, where Igbo traders are domiciled. There is trouble. You know, Yoruba, they are going to burn the market down again. You know, when what they call again? Agboro, when they run out of money. You know, it's just like Masop. Yeah, is it what they call again? Iyaloja will go and burn down. That's where Owazurike, when he was in Lagos, that's where he learned all these Agboro ways. He taught Masop. Egokunu Nagawa Chanja Market. Now I levy. Can't come out an agulejiga. People turn freedom fighting into a criminal enterprise. I look at them. Some of them nursing very big fat stomach. Biafra, sorry. Trouble at Alaba Market, they want to burn it down once again. Everywhere. Anyway, these days, the Igbo speaking people, you don't have any you don't have any dignity anymore. I get back you. All over the place. And actually, you know, so everywhere. My goodness me. And before we continue, if you have not changed your profile picture and you're a commentator on Radio Biafra London on Facebook, you claim you're a Biafran, you have not changed your profile picture, I will ask the admin to start deleting all of you. From tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock, if you have not changed your profile picture, they should be banned. I don't need plastic Biafrans around me. I need genuine men and women. Genuine, hardcore. If you don't remember those that died, we want to honor them. They fought for you. You know, you people are ungrateful. Of course, some of you are not. I have seen those who have, of course, changed their profile pictures. Go to Facebook and change your profile picture. Change it so we can honor them. We can remember Philip Effiong. We can remember also Onwatuegu, the very finest of them all. Go and change it, please. Let us honor them. They claim they are holding Biafra meetings in Biafra land. How about that 8th of May? So you don't want to remember those that gave you the name Biafra, or that remembered the name Biafra and gave it to you. Oh, goodness me. And they claim they see God. You don't see anything. Because Chukwuemeka would have told you, the number one duty you have is to honor those who fought for you. You honor their memory. What they stood for, what they fought for. They fought against the whole world. You cannot ignore them. You cannot do it. Bauchi Labour Congress of the Zoo to embark on indefinite strike over unpaid salaries. But they went and voted the other day, isn't it? That is the conundrum, the stupidity of a black man. You have been working, they don't pay you. The same person owing you money says, come out and vote, you go to vote. That means you're a fool. I'm not crying for them. I wish they can owe them salary for 10 years because people are foolish. Why bother to go and vote? And also, we got a news earlier that Okorocha is now allowing Awasa language on Orient FM in Owerri. Awasa language is now on Orient FM in Owerri. We continue. They said Yoruba youths are begging Buhari, don't scrap amnesty program, please. Don't scrap it. You know, instead of you to go and look for a proper job to do, instead of you to campaign for capital infrastructural development, you're interested in 1,000 naira every month. You go to fast food restaurant, you buy chicken, and is it chicken and rice is 1,200, isn't it? And the money is gone. Next month you're waiting for amnesty money. How much is it? 1,000 naira amnesty money. Anyway, you're black people. I won't expect much from you. We continue to present our news this very evening to all over the world. Today's date is the 7th day of May in the year of our Lord 2015. And the time here now is, should I say, 21 minutes to 9 p.m. in the evening. We are live and we are direct. A zoo couple, one baboon, or should I say 2 baboons or 2 monkeys, depending on their status, in the United Kingdom, docked for keeping a man as a slave for 24 years. You know that Oral and this one in town. They kept somebody as a slave. He's a doctor. Is it a Mr. and Mrs. Edet? You kept somebody as a slave for 24 years and he's a medical doctor. That tells you your wickedness, how evil you are. We continue. They're in the UK, of course. Only now is Obasanjo's oil company, you know, the Yoruba oil company, Orlando. They now just paid the tax of 21 million naira to Federal Inland Revenue Service. So they take crude oil from Biafra land, they go outside to refine it, they bring it back as subsidy, scam. They sell it to you, and then they don't pay any tax. And what are our people doing in Niger Delta? They are oil pipeline security guard as part of the amnesty program. Are you sure we are well at all? Yoruba. Owando, as rich as this company is on Biafran oil and gas, their tax liability is only 21 million naira. Goodness me. Don't scrap amnesty program. Exciting indeed, isn't it? The government should be blamed for unpaid salaries, according to Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Jonathan and his crew. The kleptomaniac administration. Everybody will be okay. Now, thieves and rogues. The funniest thing is that, as was somebody told us this morning, one of our brothers, they will go and call for Thanksgiving. Hey, you run to church and vote for and be praying. Pastor will say, stretch out your hand and pray for him. You're praying for a thief, a rogue, a certified criminal. Look at Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala with her helicopter, her tie, her scarf. You people you're receiving your own salary. Other people are not getting their salaries. How would you feel if you were in the... Of course, you don't empathize. You're a black person. So why am I bothering myself? You people don't have feelings, do you? Another accident has happened now in Delta community. Another Dangote lorry. 2 little school kids killed in Delta. Dangote, I don't know what they give to them to smoke. Maybe it's the cement. Do they smoke cement? And there was an cement. It goes into their nose. Cement. And they will charge. Who's here abokina last year? God forbid. They don't wear any shirt. You know that. On the steering, Dangote steering. As black as the devil. They have been inhaling cement all the way from Boko. The cement has gone into their brain, their eyes, everywhere. Aboki. When they see a human being, they'll just run you over and they keep going. Terrible indeed. Very, very terrible. The news in greater detail. They take your oil, they rape your mothers, they kill your fathers when they go to help your mother. And our little children going to school, Aboki will kill them on the road using their trailer, Dangote trailer. Every blessed day. Have you traveled between Owo and Naija? How many Dangote lorries that you see? The news in greater detail, please. Wherever you are around the world, this is a live presentation of Radio Biafra. How do you know we are live? Is by the time on your clock. If you look at your clock now, the time is approximately, should we say, I would say nearly 17 minutes to the top of the hour. 17 minutes to the top of the hour. Top of the hour means it can be 1 a.m., 2 a.m., the nearest hour. 17 minutes to. That's how you know we are live and direct. Very soon our lines will open. You will call us. We will take your call. But of course, Barrister will speak first. Very eminent. The House of Representatives of the damnable Zoological Republic, a place full of animals. To be called a Nigerian is to signify that you are a baboon or a monkey. I know here cable. No electricity. Oh, I'm a graduate. I read electrical engineering. I'm doing youth service, youth corps. How many years? Do you know the meaning of electrical engineer? It means where there is no electricity, you provide one. That is the meaning of electrical engineer. You engineer electricity. You build it. How many of you over the years have graduated from the zoo universities claiming you're holding electrical engineering certificate? I think one of our brothers actually does. He said he could not find a job. Eventually, what did he say he was doing again? He said he was an electrical engineer. He couldn't find a job. He was doing something. He's not even teaching. Oh, God, I have forgotten what he said. I think it was yesterday night. He rang and said that he's an electrical engineer. He's working somewhere else. Is he teaching or something of that sort? I don't know. Do you know that the meaning of electrical engineer means that people engineer electricity? Why do they graduate from university? So that you will have light. That is why they have the certificate. The meaning of it is that once they come out and they graduate, they will not make it possible for us to have light. But do you have light? The answer is no. So all that degree is a waste. Every electrical engineer to ever graduate from a zoo university, you're a waste of space and time. It's not your fault. I'm not blaming you. I blame the system that produced you. House of Representatives had to suspend a plenary session due to power disruption. The generator broke. Can you believe that the legislative generator, a country, they are making laws with generator. So if there is fuel scarcity, there will be no laws. No laws can be made. Oh dear. Oh God. Immediately power was restored. All the air conditioners installed in the green chamber suddenly stopped working. They call it the green chamber. Upholstery. The cover of the chair is green. That's why they call it the green chamber. I don't know what the other thieves, what the Senate, I don't know what their color is. The presiding officer was Emeka Ihedioha. He had to start cracking jokes to calm down the lawmakers, repeatedly reminding them that they are patriotic baboons and monkeys called Nigerians, that they can walk without air conditioners. So they work within air-conditioned office. Have you been inside the Molue before? Or been into a taxi park? Have you gone into a bus before, overloaded, without air condition in it? But they are busy enjoying. No wonder. This is our one Nigeria. We want Nigeria unity. Because they are enjoying a condition. And you are not. But you will go out and you go and vote for them. Who is the fool? Are you not an idiot? The presiding officer making sure that I was cracking jokes, telling them that as baboons and monkeys who are accustomed to swinging from tree to tree, that they can at least manage without air conditioners. The soothing words eventually calmed the lawmakers who continued the plenary without complaint. But barely 20 minutes after talking to them to calm down, they walked away. Like when they was born under the sun, all of a sudden they're enjoying air condition. Before the oil from Biafra land came, do you know the meaning of air condition? All of a sudden, I was in air condition. Malam Chigdan Nami Kowa, but House of Reps. Sad indeed. The terrorist elect, Muhammadu Buhari, a certified terrorist, hardcore terrorist, an Islamist, a Sharia advocate, and a terrorist extraordinaire. He is today the president of the zoo. He has declared that he will overhaul the electoral management body as well as reposition the electoral process to make elections more credible in the zoo to ensure that Mohammedans will continue to be voted into power. The terrorist also hinted that he would reposition the Zoo Television Authority and the Federal Radio Corporation of the Zoo to bring more professionalism, objectivity, and integrity to their operations. Have you heard those words before? I remember what Jonathan said when he moved in. Even the ape himself, Obasanjo. The terrorist made these comments yesterday in Abuja at the APC Presidential Campaign Council office while receiving a delegation from Taraba State. APC, who were in Abuja to congratulate him on his victory at the recent polls. They said he's at a defense, is it a Air Force House or is it Defense House in Abuja? The terrorist presiding. A fresh UAE and zoo diplomatic, when I say zoo, I mean Nigeria, please, you must understand that. It's a zoo, it's not a country. It's a collection of animals in cages called states. It is a zoo, certified British zoo. A fresh United Arab Emirates and zoo diplomatic row is brewing as Dubai banks are closing bank accounts of baboons and monkeys. They are politicians and students and business operatives. We need to know what is happening to the Biafran family IPOB in UAE, please. We want to know that you still have your bank accounts. Very important. Thousands of baboons and monkeys with bank accounts in Dubai have received notices that their bank accounts have been closed without explanation. Some say the banks are trying to eliminate money laundering, especially from zoo politicians hiding under the prospect of paying school fees for their children to smuggle millions of dollars into Dubai. An Hausa man will send the son to school. I met one of them in a 5-star hotel in Sharjah. He said he's been there for 2 years and they have paid for 2 years in advance. He goes to school with a sports car. He lives in a penthouse in the hotel that I was staying in Sharjah. With the money gotten from the oil wells of Biafra land. He lives in a hotel. That's where he's going to school from. And the parents are using it to launder money. That's why they send them to school in the Middle East. They use their children to smuggle money, to launder money, claiming it's for school fees. And some of you are struggling to enter Keke Napep. And the oil is coming from your land, isn't it? I don't blame Awasa. It's the people parading themselves, claiming they are fighting for. You're fighting for Biafra one by shaking the hand of Buhari. How can that bring Biafra closer? I'm asking you. All of you in APC, Biafra APC supporters. How can that bring you Biafra? Just answer me. They are closing down the accounts of politicians from the zoo. They are using their children in the Far East, in the Middle East, to smuggle money away in the ocean. Everybody is a fraudster. They will look for any means to defraud. The chairman of the electronics section of Alaba International Market, Mr. Uchenna Nnadozie, has called on traders in the market to sheath their sword and embrace peace for the progress of the market. He spoke shortly after being granted bail by a Ikeja magistrate court following his arrest by some aggrieved members of the market. Isn't it funny? Igbo people in the market calling police for another Igbo person. Hey. And the Ikeja magistrate court. And there is no end to it. So how many times have you seen an Awasa man selling nama in Aba calling police for another Awasa man? I'm asking you a simple question. I thought you said you have sense and you're brainy. How many times have you seen Yoruba people in Iguacha, because there are many of them in Port Harcourt, calling police for another Yoruba person in Port Harcourt? In Iguacha, of course. How many times, I ask you? But Igbo people are calling police for their fellow Igbos being arrested by an Awasa man. You go to Ikeja Magistrate Court, the presiding magistrate is a Yoruba woman. You don't feel ashamed of yourselves. We'll keep preaching, and one day it will sink in. One day they will understand. Hopefully. The Bauchi State chapter of the Zoo Labour Congress, that is Nigerian Labour Congress, Nigeria being the zoo, has given Governor Isa Yeguda 6-day ultimatum to settle all unpaid salaries or face indefinite strike. Why are you going on strike? Can you tell us why you're going on strike? Why are you going on strike? But some of you went out to go and vote, didn't you? So why are you now bothering to go on strike? You don't have to go on strike. You don't need to go on strike. All you could have done was to not to vote and they pay you your salary. You went and voted. Now it is too late. You are going on strike. They are not paying them their wages, but they are paying the House of Reps and Senate. They always get their money. Even the spare one they loot and send to their children in Dubai. But workers, ordinary workers are suffering. There is no payment. And people are telling me that they are Nigerians. The person telling you about one Nigeria, the children are in Dubai. They are using their children to siphon money, to steal from the public. Claim they're paying school fees. But buying hotels and hostels. You know, that's what is running real estate. Real estate being houses and hotels and hostels. Ifa Jonas specialty. He specializes in building hotels. In the name of, maybe when Biafra comes, I don't know, maybe Ojukwu will stay in one of the hotels that he built. The National Committee of Yoruba Youths on Thursday urged the terrorist-elect Buhari to continue with the amnesty program for ex-militants in Niger Delta region. Why are Yoruba youths begging Buhari to go? Yoruba and their tricks. Oh dear. So that when Buhari pays it, then they will go to them and say, oh, don't join the Southeast. You are Niger Delta. Don't join the Igbos. After all, we got you. Can't you see we like you? We got Buhari to pay you amnesty. Do you see Yoruba tricks? They are very, very unfortunate because now we have Radio Biafra. They play their tricks and we expose them. So they can lie. Our job is to simply expose them. This is contained in a statement issued by the president of the youth, Mr. Oladimeji Odoyemi, in Ibadan. He's in Ibadan asking Buhari to please pay Niger Delta militants amnesty. So since you've been paying the amnesty, is there light in your village, Mr. Amnesty? Good roads in your village? Good houses? Good schools? Good prospect after education, after graduation? So what is the amnesty for? Okay, to line the pockets of few of you with how much? 1,600 naira per month. And this amnesty. People are daft indeed. Very, very daft. We continue. A very wicked husband and wife. They said they owned and used a man as a slave for 24 years. A court has heard. Emmanuel and Anton Edet controlled every aspect of Ofonime Sunday, Inuk's life. His name is Ofonime Sunday Inuk. They said this couple controlled his life in London, down to his very name. But you know, white people, they don't like such nonsense. Some of them have conscience. They have taken them to court to go and you put them in jail. You can do that nonsense in the zoo where you come from. In England, you don't hold anybody as a slave. It's been abolished in England many, many years ago. 10 years after Olode Kwano died, it was abolished. Slavery was abolished. If you try it in England, you go to prison. Mr. and Mrs. Edet is a doctor and a nurse from Perivale, also confiscated his passport. The court had. They denied slavery and cruelty charges. The jury heard in 1989, Mr. Inuk, then aged about 14, left the zoo with the couple after a friend introduced them. He had been promised he would be paid for his work for them and would receive an education, the court was told. He was deprived of his own identity. Instead, he was forced to clean, sleep on the floor, and provide childcare, and told that if he tried to run away, he would be arrested as an illegal immigrant. Hey. Oh dear. And he's a doctor, you know, medical doctor, with the wife holding somebody as a slave. No wonder when you see other people's children selling granuts by the roadside, you don't feel anything, do you? Because they are not your children. That is how sad things have become for our people. Very, very sad indeed. Extremely sad. We must continue. The Tax Appeal Tribunal on Thursday in Abuja struck out the suit filed by the Federal Inland Revenue Service against Owando PLC over 21 million tax liabilities. Nnamdi Kanu, the acting chairman of the tribunal, struck out the suit as Owando has settled the liabilities, according to the news agency of the zoo. Owando had in March 2003 sued FIRS for refusing to amend its assessment on company income tax and education tax for the year 2004. So, for the year 2004, you paid the tax in 2015, 21 million. Welcome to the zoo. I know that in America, there is something called tax evasion. Is it tax avoidance? No, for tax avoidance, you can get away with it. But tax evasion, you have to go to jail. You can avoid paying tax, but you cannot evade it. In America, the IRS, ask anybody, ask one on any, they will tell you. You don't mess with them. Inland revenue in America. In fact, that was how they brought down the mafiosi in America. You know, all those powerful mafia men in America. The same thing that Owazurike is now doing. A bit of mafia. Renting a mob here and there. Working for PDP. The only thing that took down the mafiosi in America, the crime families of Sicily in America, is tax evasion. Once they catch you, you're not paying tax, it's over for you. Was it Wesley Snipes that was also taken? You know the film actor Wesley Snipes? Prison for non-payment of tax. In America, they don't care who you are. If you don't pay tax, you're going to prison immediately. You know Wesley Snipes, the actor, the black actor. He went to prison for tax evasion. That tells you all you need to know about tax evading tax in America. If they catch you, you are finished. But here, tax liability of 2004, Owando is paying in 2015. Welcome to the zoo. Welcome to the damnable. Welcome to the Zoological Republic. The federal government of the Zoological Republic on Wednesday absolved itself of blame in the inability of some state government to pay their workers' salaries. It said the governors of such states should be blamed for the development in their state because they were told through the Federation Account Allocation Committee to make issue of wage a priority. In other words, Okorocha was given the money to pay the wages, according to Ngozo Konji-Iweala, but they decided not to pay. They told them, your priority is the wages of people. Why have you not paid them? Okorocha, we know. Roundabout, we know. What's it tell now? Yeah. No, don't worry. There's voting again next month. You go and vote. Go and vote now. You love voting. It's your dispensation. Have they paid your salary? The answer is no. Now you're lamenting. A tipper lorry full of sand with registration number AA167XS operating within Okpanam community near Asaba Delta State yesterday crushed two people between 8 and 9 years to death while they were attempting to cross the major road to the side of their school. Oh dear me. I feel for the parents. I feel for them. Gunmen shoot two brothers in Plateau village. The violence continues in Plateau, the home state of Gowon and Theophilus Danjuma. The Hausa slaves and servants used to carry out their nefarious deeds. Today, their own people are being killed. The Biron people of Foron district of Balakin Ladi, local government area of Plateau State, have expressed worry over fresh killing of two young men in Kapwis village of Foron district yesterday by unknown gunmen suspected to be Fulani headsmen. Now, Fulani people are going in and killing them one after the other. Maybe very soon, they'll also shoot dead the son or the child of T.Y. Danjuma or the grandson of Yakubu Gowon. I'll be very, very happy. Fulani, they're now taking over. When Gowon and Danjuma were serving our Wasa people, they never knew that this was coming, did they? But now they know. Now they understand the full gravity of the problem they're facing. That concludes our news presentation this very evening. Our lines are open, but I don't know if the barrister is still with me. The very eminent barrister, I wish to come to you. You need to confirm that you're still with me. Barrister, are you there?
Absolutely, Director.
You're very kind. Please, you may proceed.
Director, I do not know why the network has been very, very fluctuative.
Has it?
Since yesterday. It shows excellent, it shows average, then it shows poor. But whatever it shows, the news has to be analyzed. Because we are here, we are not going away. But I must tell you, since you finished the news, it has remained excellently. And thank you, Kwabiama. It will not fluctuate again. So, Director, obviously, it's coming from the zoo, but from here, it's steadied. Good evening once again.
Good evening.
And thank you for the news. As always, you, Director, while you read the news, you lecture it. You no longer read news. You lecture us on what you are reading. That means before you finish, everybody is in the understanding of what you've already said. However, we still have to touch on it so that people are well endowed with what we read here on a daily basis, because this is Radio Biafra. Everything we do here is obvious, it's ordained, it is practical. Now, what touches me here mostly is Dubai, how they are closing the banks of the zoological people of the zoo. You see, sometimes, Director, the Arabs, or if you like, some Muslims, are very rational in their thinking. If you remember in Egypt, when the Islamic Brotherhood or Muslim Brotherhood brought in their own concoction, the Egyptians did not allow them to go ahead with it. They deposed their master, and the guy is still in jail up to today because they want to remain peaceful. They do not like all these extremist jihadist headquarters, those who believe in killing. They deposed him and most of their men captured and jailed. That is what is happening in UAE, in Dubai. I wish the British can also close the banks of those who are stealing their people. But I know if they do so, their economy might collapse, because out of what they are getting from the zoo, they are enriching themselves. I wish United States of America would do the same. I remember when Margaret Thatcher says, when our people, during Obasanjo era, to cancel the debt owned by the zoo, Margaret Thatcher said, listen, if you guys said it's too much, I will start naming your people whose money are enough to pay all the money owed by the zoo. Obasanjo kept quiet, and the rest, they rub everything in. If America would toe the line, Britain toe the line that Dubai, You see, Dubai is a country that produces oil. So they don't care whatever amount you bring into their country. What they want to ensure is that those you are stealing from them are feeding. Keep your money where it's supposed to be. Do not steal. And who are the people stealing? Hausa, Fulani, Boko Haram, and Yorubas. These are the people who are stealing the place dry. Oil do not belong to them. Gas is not theirs, but they are the people stealing. And they are shouting. Look at electricity. They want to vote in and legislate about generator. Look at even ordinary poorest country in the world. Indonesia they haven't got nothing. What do Malaysia have? They are the people who came to Biafra land to come and learn how to plant palm oil. That's what they're living on. But look at, there is nothing, no mineral resources we don't have in Biafra land. That is why the Hausas want to die in Biafra land, because they have seen something that will make them so lazy that they have even abandoned their rearing of their cows. They, all of them wearing all those long hats just to come and steal Biafra oil. Biafra oil belongs to Jigawa. What insults we haven't received in that land. And yet, there is nothing happening where we came from. Goodluck Jonathan, we thought every Tom, Dick and Harry came to vote for this guy, thinking that Daniel has come to judge. At the end of the day, it's all koto, according to Ghanaians. Nothing came out from Jonathan. His own people are still left in penury and left in poverty. But Goodluck Jonathan came 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years to 6 years. This man cannot boast of whatever he did for his people. Only serving house of Fulani Boko Haram, feeding their margeries, building their railways. But there is original railway from Aba to Igbocha. He never touched it. All they have there is still the old locomotive that uses charcoal and not the rest of it. Whilst others are busy rebuilding Abuja, rebuilding Katsina, airport everywhere. I just wish all this Western world could look into, especially Switzerland. I wish they can close all the accounts opened up by all the zoological people, all the politicians. Come here in London, they have houses, 10, 15. Just that zoo was created for everybody to come and go. And the poor are left in abject poverty. Who are these people suffering? Biafrans. Men, women, and children, and young and old. These are the people suffering. Hausa Fulani Boko Haram, their women. Yoruba women have been given money by the EU. Hausa women have been given money by the EU. How many were given to our own women? Biafra women. Our men are suffering. Watching Hausa Fulani Boko Haram uncircumcised men, picking their girls one by one. And having babies everywhere. Okorocha is giving, because the Malam were shouting, their man has gone back to power. He's giving them opportunity to broadcast Islam in my own land in Owole.
Yes, they are calling him Okechuku. And Barrister, let me add, please, before you continue, if this person can hold, please. The Academic Staff Union of Universities of IMSU chapter have now embarked on an indefinite strike. Imo State University, after collecting plastic laptops, they are sending the students home. They are closing down. Why, Barrister? Non-payment of salaries for 2 months. But he went out to go and vote. Ndiara, please continue.
When they were told not to, they said, oh, we caused it the reason. That's why Goodluck Jonathan did not win. Win to do what? Even if he win, you got to do what? The Bible says if you are given 1 penny and you did not look after it, even if you have 1 million, you do nothing with it. He stayed 6 years. So if he gets in for another 4 years, he will even spend less years than the one he spent. So the more years he spent, what did he do? So Okorocha is there bringing Awusa in Owerri land. And the Hausas are busy killing our people and burning churches. Rocha Okorocha is building mosque for us. These are the things that makes me, I wish I can increase my voice. Just that my voice has reached to a limit. I feel like Igbo, I feel like just exploding. All the rubbish that we entertain in our own land. Houses will not give you the opportunity to ordinary trade. They've killed quite a lot of our people. Burn churches. Kill men and ask their women to eat them. What barbaric activity. For Rocha Okorocha, he will get his repercussion. Is coming very soon. Want to defile Alowere. And everybody standing by watching. Once they give you 1 million naira, you and your family will go home. What about those who haven't got the means to even have up to 5,000 naira? You and your family. Go to every state, the same story. Abba is there, not only they live in a heap of rubbish, they have no light. And this is Abba, an industrial state that was giving light at the beginning of our growing up. Now, Abba has been deliberately left into ruins. They brought Orocha Okorocha. He came in a pretense to giving free education, giving young boys and girls plastic. Very deceptive. I told you, director, Hausa, Fulani, Boko Haram, they are slimy, deceptive, crooked. They don't mean any good. And of course, you will find fewer ones amongst them. But how many are those fewer ones? There are only few. Buhari has been re-elected. When he was there at the beginning, what did he do apart from killing? He's gone back again. He's planning how to change the post. Why can't they do this in the... Why can't they go, Arab Emirates, go and rule themselves just because of oil in Biafran land? What does not belong to you is what you are making your own principle sermon. It becomes your own. And the owners are there dying on a daily basis, dying in agony, not seeing the daylight of where they live. Every day we say the same thing. Look at our own senator, or whatever his name, making caricature that there's no light. Why can't they carry on without being under air condition? Is that the things he's supposed to say? Ikedioha, or whatever it's called. All of them are happy.
Of course, no.
They are happy. What about those who are not there senating with you, or those who are not there governing with you? No chance you want to make Alowere a Hausa place. This is the place Hausa did their best to see if they can connive and covert. Chukwuabiama did not allow them. Now they are gradually through the back door. When people say they are trying to Islamize us, I always disagree and dispute it. If you want to make somebody your slave, you keep your slave and make the slave work for you. But they are coming, killing us. They don't want to enslave us, they don't want to Islamize us. All they want to do, kill us off, occupy our land. This cannot happen. Biafrans will never be exterminated for Islam to step in and live. It will not happen. Chukwuabiama is there. We are taking our time, but surely, very soon, all of us will go home, because nobody will allow his or her own land to be dwelling by a foreigner. Even when you check the biblical times, when you come to invade people, they will regroup and come and chase you out of that place. And this is what will happen. We cannot all keep quiet, allowing Islam to ruin our country. The funny thing, and director, I cannot put my head on this. You come into somebody's land, You took their oil. You took their gas. You are loading everything over them. They are still moving away, trading, not minding that you're taking everything they have. They are minding their own businesses. On top of it, you are killing them. Insult upon insult. Where do you want them to go? You came into their land. They left you. They start trading. We that are known for being very innovative, being scientific, there is nothing Biafrans cannot do. We cannot manufacture what we do. We cannot sanctify the things that we know how to do very well. Is it mechanical? Is it electrical? There is nothing. That is why I revere Biafrans. And that's why I praise my people. That's why I love them. Biafrans do not give up. The day is coming when all of you will recapture your golden gift from Chukwu Abiyama. None of you should ever give up. Once you are alive, you will achieve your golden given gifts from Chukwu Abiyama. All of us cannot perish. No. With all the punishment that we are receiving from the Western world, from the zoo itself, Yoruba is big enough to rule themselves. Hausa is big enough to rule themselves. Why are they punishing Biafran in their own land? It's okay for you to kill us from Zamfara to Zungeru, Zengeli to Kaduna, Kaduna to Kafanchan, burning churches and killing us. But you are coming into my own land to sell dollars, to make suya, to marry my women. It's fine. But to just pray to Chukwu Abiyama in your own land, you're killing me. How can you sit well in my own land? Is it not injustice upon injustice? And those who believe in legalistic justice are just looking away. Since we've realized there is nothing you can do for us, we are capable. And that's what we are organizing. But my anger will be when Biafrans try going back to acquire what belongs to them. Any Western world that speak against us, thunder will fire any of them. And Chukwu Abiyama will not let them see the daylight. All these years been killed. None of them have ever said no, this is enough is enough. All of them are keeping quiet because they are milking our oil and taking what belongs to us. When Biafrans organize themselves and decide to go back home, no Western media should ever, if ever they do, may Chukwu Abiyama not let them leave the next day. What we do here, we are preaching. We are not terrorists. Biafrans have never gone to kill anybody. They kill us via bomb. They kill us via gun. They use their vehicles to killing us. Whichever way you look at it, they are killing us. Everybody's keeping quiet. When Biafrans decides to go back home, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be funny. But war be done on any country who will speak against Biafra. Their own country will burn naturally. That's something we call natural disaster. It will befall on them. Acts of God will be upon against them. Because my mom will always tell me, when you keep touching a millipede, of course it's quiet and benign. When you keep touching a millipede, Biafrans have been touched, we've been killed, we've been poached, we've been done all sorts of things. All we talk, yes, that's what they can do. But a goat at some point will bite. We've been giving warnings. And thank Chukwu Abiyama, what we talk here is recorded. You can always revert back to it at any time. We say we've been telling you, we've warned you. None of you are coming to our rescue. Nobody ever said what you guys are doing to these people is evil. You fight those who are fighting you. You react. Action equal to reaction. But we are not reacting. All we are doing here, preaching. But terrorists are busy killing us. Director, when you see the way they chop people's head, you ask yourself, are you a human being? It could be you. It could be you. I feel it. But everybody, they are all keeping quiet. The Western world that doesn't like to see blood. After all, it was Lugard that started this beheading our old people because they want to come and occupy our own land. And then you come back to your home, you start preaching justice and equal rights. Punish those that have touched Biafra in so many ways. The suffrage we are in today is brought about by Lugard and the British people. Chukwuabiama will not forgive you. Good evening, Director.
And good evening to you, Barrister. Thank you very much. The very eminent barrister, and our lines are now open. We have the very first caller on the line. Please give us your name and where you're calling us from. This is Radio Biafra. Not paying attention. As I said, only one chance will you get. If you miss it, that's the end of you. You will no longer be able to speak. As I've said before, once you call us, make sure your system is down. We are also on IMO, it's called. We took calls with it in the morning. We are here again this evening, and IMO is working. Our Viber is also working. So also is our main studio line. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, I'm Chukwudi.
Chukwudi, where are you calling from? From where?
From Aba.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Please raise your voice for us, please. Raise your voice for us.
Okay. Because I think I can never
Thank you.
Because even I just found out never think very that I wanna even know that after leaving the country, one has the mass to plan my job, my son, I leave you and that time in my case, so let them teach me and the other head of body that is in our house.
You see?
Because I will pass that man. Yeah, no, Nigeria, Abuja, you can see more. So, because I am a new kind of the small panel, very happy to line. So that's what I'm doing, when can they keep it alive. Because I am a young Israel, now when you think,
your line is very bad, my dear brother. I wish you can continue. Your line is very, very bad. Please try and call us back. I have a caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? The caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? No, they too cannot be able to hear me. I thought they were going to hear me, but they cannot hear me. Very sad indeed. We are going to try to see if our Viber is able to take calls. Then we can bring them to you. That was how the barrister got through to me. I know that the Viber is working. You can also call us on Viber +44 78313 08372. The same line also is for IMO. The same line for WhatsApp as well. I don't know why that is not coming through. The caller on WhatsApp, are you there? No, not at all. They are not there. We are going to the phone line to see who is there. This is Radio Biafra, please. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? No, I don't think they can. I don't think they can. Let's try WhatsApp again. The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Director, good evening.
Good evening to you. Please, what is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Ugochukwu the titles. I'm calling from Istanbul, Turkey.
From Istanbul, Turkey. The caller on Viber, stay where you are. Please go ahead, yes.
So, Director, by the special grace of God, I am now the new zonal coordinator of the indigenous people of Biafra here in Istanbul, Turkey.
Wonderful. Congratulations.
I just want to thank you, my director. Thank you, my director. I just want to put my number on the air for people, the Biafran people that is in Istanbul. Anybody that is interested to join us in the preparation of our 30th of May for the remembrance of our hero, people that died fighting for us to get our freedom. to be where we are today. I'm calling on our brothers, secret listeners, because we have a lot of people that is listening in the secret. They don't want to come out. And that is because they are not coming out. That's why Turkey is lacking behind. We'll have people that, if I tell you, we'll have men, but they are, I don't know, Director, they are listening. They know that something like this is happening. They know that we are agitating for our freedom. They don't want to come out. But I'm using this medium to call on our brothers and sisters, those that believe on freedom, because freedom is key. Let us come out. Come out, my brothers and sisters. Come out and join to this moving train. Come out so that we'll fight and get our freedom. Freedom is not free. We can fight and get our freedom. Our suffering all over the world is getting too much. We cannot even endure what have been happening to us. Our parents are suffering back home. Maybe we are here, we have steady electricity. What of our parents back home? Nobody is taking care of them. But our people will say that they are for us. They will send them to be the Senate, this one after governor, this one. But when they are there, they become selfish. So let's come out in group and fight for our freedom, my brothers and sisters here. Please, I'm begging you. And my number, I want to give it out on air. If you are in Istanbul, Turkey, or anywhere in Turkey, whether you are in another state, in Ankara, you like what we are doing. If you are there, you have some friends in Ankara, in Izmir, in Samsung, anywhere you are hearing our voice. You can even start a family meeting there. Only you contact us, we'll see how we arrange people meeting anywhere you are. It's possible because let us anywhere you are, you can start a family meeting. So let us come out and make Istanbul or Turkey to be among the country that is strong in this our struggle. Please, I'm begging you. So my number is 0531 94 944 63. I repeat, 0531 94 944 63. So call me if you are confused, you want to know about indigenous people of Biafra. So we will direct you on what to do. Any help you can render to us to achieve this, our dream. Because Biafra is our dream. Biafra is our last hope. There is no other hope we will have anywhere. So let us come together and fight and get our freedom, and we'll go back to home and build our nation, Biafra. Please, I'm begging you, my brothers, that is here in Turkey. Please. May God bless you, Director. And I want to chip in one thing, Director. People will be saying what IPOB. Do you know that IPOB have achieved a lot? Somebody like Wole Soyinka making a comment about the Igbos, about the Biafran people, but the time we pressured him on this Radio Biafra, he come out on and say he did not say what he said in America because he's afraid. Because before some people like this Ohanes and Dohi, Ohanes and Nara, they don't know what they are doing. People will be insulting us. Oba of Lagos will be insulting us. Nobody will defend our cause. Only Chukwuabiam is defending our cause. But now nobody can talk on Biafran people and go out scot-free. Wole Soyinka, you think you are brave enough? Our director is calling you to come out on debate. You cannot even debate. You are only a coward. You cannot do anything. Even though the professor they give you is fake. You cannot even defend that your professor or something, whatever. You cannot even defend it. Come out and debate. If you say you are intelligent, come out and debate. Not even talking like a useless somebody who don't know what he's talking. So stop talking about the choosing people of God.
You should stop.
Not us, because we are God. So may God bless you, Director. And may God bless our Deputy Director Uche Mefo, and may God bless my honorable barrister Imam Mezu. I love his voice so much. I love him so much. And also, I am telling you, I love you from all my heart. You are doing a great job for us. I love what you are doing. What you are doing excellently well. And nobody will ever dare to touch you, because anybody that touch you is trying to
invite the wrath of God upon him, and nothing will happen to you. You will live long for us. I was the time our brother was telling you in the morning that when Biafra comes, we will carry you on our head. Go throughout the Biafra land. I was shedding tears because what he's saying is real. I believe in it. We love you. Director will love you. We really love you. There is none. We have never had anybody like you in Biafra land. We really love you. God will bless you. God will bless your family. God will keep your wife. God will keep your son. God will bless every member of indigenous people of Biafra all over the world. And God will bless Biafra. Thank you very much, Director. And remain blessed.
He said 5 times. I said, very, very magnificent and well spoken. Enugu family meeting is coming up this Sunday, the 10th of May, 2015, 3 p.m. Our coordinator in Enugu, not after this, you'll be asking me, oh, who's the coordinator in Enugu? Send me the number. I'm going to give you the number now. 070-3877-2406. For Enugu, please. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Good evening, sir. My director, Honorable. Actually, my name is Kuku. I'm calling from Enugu.
From Enugu?
From Enugu, my brother.
Thank you very much.
I want to comment much about your struggle and your commitment over this struggle. I can easily tell you that the kind of history and the learning I'm getting from Radio Biafra is uncomparable. To compare all the media in the Republic of Zoology. So, Director, I say continue marching forward. But I want to ask a question. That male start here, is it white and white? That's white up, white down.
No.
Or is it white?
White up only. White up only. And then you can wear anything you like at the bottom. White and white will be very good, but it is white top. The t-shirt is white. That's what you need to wear.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
My super will continue blessing you and your family. Take care.
He said, thank you very much for that Enugu meeting once again. I want to announce it once again. Enugu family meeting, please. Not afterwards, you'll be calling me. Oh, what is the number again for Enugu coordinator? I'm giving it to you now. I am giving it to you now. Enugu coordinator number for Sunday meeting, Sunday the 10th of May is 070-3877-2406. 070-3877-2406. If you want to attend the meeting at Enugu, that is the number to call. The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
I can hear you, my director. Good evening.
Good evening to you, please. Your name and where you are, if you may.
Okay, my name is Oyiboka Emmanuel from Delta State, but I'm calling you from Aba right now.
You're from Delta State, but calling from Aba?
Director.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Director, I have to thank you very much for what you have been doing. I've been listening to Radio Biafra for a very long time now, and you are doing a very wonderful job. And I must say thank you very much. And may Chukwu Abiyama keep on strengthening you.
You say, and strengthen you
Director,
too. Yes.
Director, there was a time I was trying to explain to my friends, telling them about Biafra, telling them so many Biafra, but they keep telling me that the man is not serious, that he's out to make money, that after about sometimes he will run away, that when people must have contributed money to him, he will take their money and run away. I told them no. This man, I've heard him speak, and I know that he has something, and that I know that he's out to make a change. He's out to make sure that Biafra comes, and I believe in him. And I've been preaching all the things he's been telling us on Radio Biafra, and I'm preaching it to them. And I have to tell you that I will stand on the truth. I'm trying to dedicate myself to make sure that Biafran comes. Okay, this is my number, and maybe you can call me in any way that I can help. I will render my help. Thank you very much, Director.
Thank you very much.
Keep on strengthening you.
He say, and strengthen you too. People ask us how they can help. We want you to attend your family meeting, that is all. Attend the nearest family meeting to you. If there is none, then start one where you are. If there is nobody around, start it with your wife. No muaka. Because we are a family. All over the world, we are a family. And I need the barrister to come back to me. There is a breaking news which we must bring to you. The governor of Nasarawa State, his name is Al Makura Alakoba Awusa Fulani. He went to a parade and saw some light-skinned looking, very beautiful Igbo girls. Do you know what he said? If any of you marries any indigenous of Nasarawa State, I will give you employment. That is the news. Governor Al Makura promises automatic employment to any Igbo girl who marries an indigenous of Nasarawa State. Oh dear Lord God, have mercy. Can I read more of this news? I don't think so. It's live, I'm telling you. It's a breaking news. And thank you, my dear brother, for bringing it to my attention. The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? No, they cannot hear me. Agunobi, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Yes, Agunobi, go ahead.
How are you, sir?
Very well, thank you. Very, very well, thank you. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes, I have missed you so much, and sometimes I keep shedding tears, you know. But one thing I know is that who has ordained this struggle will never disappoint you.
You say?
In where the news we had or what is happening around us, but I keep thanking Kwabiyama that energize you and give you the tolerance and the strength you need this struggle. So this news you just say it's normal, you know, because the zoo, that country called zoo, Nigeria, has people have taken power to themselves. They have enslaved the citizen, its citizen to zero level. So they feel like they own everybody there. How can a serving governor, telling his own citizen, if you have a married indigenous of Nasarawa State, you get employment, without even comparing if you have education or qualified? Although I cannot imagine it.
It's terrible. Agunobi, stay where you are. Stay where you are. I want to read the news in full so people will understand what we're talking about. It's from the government house in Nasarawa. You know the way youth copper works. If you're from Biafra land, if you're Igbo, they post you to Hausa. If you're Hausa, they post you to Yoruba. If you're Yoruba, they post you to Enugu somewhere. Nonsense. Nonsense, I say. This is how they are going to colonize you. They have gotten your men. Governor Tanko Al Makura of Nasarawa State on Tuesday promised automatic employment to any newly deployed corps members, Igbo girls, who marries an indigenous of the state. He made the pledge while addressing the 2015 NYSC Batch A corps members during their swearing-in ceremony at Magaji Dan Yamusa Permanent NYSC Rotation Camp in Kefi, local government area of the state. Need I say more? Agunobi, are you there? Go ahead.
I'm here, sir. I am loyal, sir. Director, that zoo need to burn down. That zoo need to be burned totally. Because every day we are hearing different, although it's not new to us. That is how we're mailing our girl. Destroying our girl, bringing all this, giving us some house of Fulani names, bearing Igbo names. I don't blame that he call himself a governor. But soon they will realize that we are not joking. This 2015, Biafra, IPOB all over the world, we are not joking. We are just, our eyes, we are watching. I have said that I want to give my life. I want to give my life because this is not life. This is not. We are not. There is no way you go. You feel happiness in you. You can never feel free. Huh? You can never feel. You can never be proud of who you are or where you come from. Because one stupid man came from Britain, Frederick Lugard, and changed my identity by force. Huh? Let me just go on and announce our coming meeting tomorrow. Please, all the indigenous people of Biafra here in Sweden, we are having our national meeting. So please, for those who are outside these zones, Stockholm, Gothenburg, and Malmö, kindly add us in Skype, Biafrans in Sweden. We'll be meeting tomorrow by 6 o'clock local time, Friday. It's very important that for those who has been calling me, asking me for T-shirt and 30th of May, it's very important you attend this meeting tomorrow so that you get more information on how we are going on 30th of May, how we are going to remember our fallen heroes. Please, kindly join us, Biafrans in Sweden. And also, you can also get notified if you can also start your own family. Sweden is very big. Most of you who are in far north, in northern Sweden, you can also start your family there. Just notify Biafrans in Sweden on Skype, Biafrans in Sweden on Facebook, then we can take it from there. And those who have been hiding under their wife's kitchen or under the bed, listening, I don't know if we need to put chain and draw you out for you to come and stand for your responsibility. And also, I'm also telling those who have the calling of Most High God, to start. I want to see Biafran's church in Sweden, because all these Yoruba pastors, they have finished us. They have to go and look for work. Most of them who has been living on our Biafran side and the offering. This is about time they should go and look for something doing, or go back to their 419 or do less. Biafrans, please, if you are called by Chukwuadiyama to be a ministry, just notify me. We will finance you. We will make sure that the Swedish government will give you a place. You will start Biafran church. Because here in Malmö, they have given us a thing. So we need a person that God called to start first Biafran church in Sweden. Very important. Because it's about time we take this fight to every angle they want it. There is no peace. There will not be any peace for wicked. They have been slaving us for many years. We have been keeping quiet. This period, this time around, it's time to pay back. And the music have just begun. And director, even those who are we should not kill all these people. All this if in our means. I don't support that. If you have that vision, you keep it to yourself. 6 million people have died. And on national they're telling us that God said we should not kill our brother. They are not our brother. Anybody who is subordinate, who does not want Biafra to come, is our enemy. He should be killed. He should be eliminated. So that other people will learn from that. We should not. No, there is no room for all those people who come here and give us a son. We should not do this. We should not do that. Where are you many years ago? These people have been selling us, destroying our image, destroying the image of IPOB. And it's some people who are very honest with God, divine grace of God, that still stand firm up to today. That is why you can now have RadioBiafra receiving worldwide. It's some people who resist evil that made this possible. Please, we cannot, anybody find one thing should be teaching a lesson, should be treated immediately, so that other people will learn from that. That is my opinion, sir. May Chukwu Abiyama continue to bless you and all the Biafrans all over the world. And keep, please, for those who don't want to join us, who don't want to come out, please kindly go to anywhere you are on 30th of May to honor those who fight for you to live. That is my advice. Thank you, Director, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Agunobi is our national in Sweden, our overall national coordinator in Sweden, and Sweden is part of us, part of this very family, very strong and very, very determined, resolute and unshakable. So also is my own principal private secretary, Obioma, also there. Linda, Ifomachimumba. Our people are there very, very strong. Very, very strong in Sweden. We never lost any country to the agents of darkness, informants. They hear from you and they sell to Buhari, they sell to APC, they sell to Nigerian police. Oh, no, I will have information. In the end, we won, didn't we? As we told them we would. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? I have a caller on the phone. Can you hear me? No, they cannot hear me. They cannot hear me. I am going to, is it Aimo? I think it is Aimo. I don't know. Maybe. Can you hear me? Yes, please. Can you hear me?
Hello, good evening, Director.
Good evening to you.
My slave name is Suzette. I'm calling from Trinidad. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Thank you very much, my dear sister. Thank you.
Greetings to all Biafrans around the world who are listening right now. I just calling to say well done to the coordinator of Trinidad. He is relentless in everything that he done and still is doing. So I actually recommend him in the sense of what he is doing, because I saw it for myself. He is relentless in everything he do. And I also wanted to get the chance to say thanks very much to Emeka and Ionian. I think that is the right name, for introducing me to Biafra, because since he introduced me, I have never been stopped supporting you guys. So thanks very much, Emeka, for introducing me to this wonderful family of Biafrans. And continue doing what you are doing, Director. Bless you and your family, to the barrister, everyone that is listening. I just, it's just wonderful listening to you guys and what you are doing. So thanks very much. I'll give someone opportunity now to speak.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Did you hear the little baby on the background? As I said all the time, anytime you call Radio Biafra with a little baby around, the baby wants to speak on air. If you like an experiment now. That is how you know how formidable we are. That Chukwu Abiyama is here with us. The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? I have a caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? No, they are not paying attention. They are not paying attention. Let us go to the phone line. I have a caller on the phone. Can you hear me? No. The caller on IMO, can you hear me?
Yes, Director.
Thank you very much.
Good evening.
Good evening. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Emeka. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
What is your full name, please? Your full name. This is Radio Biafra. We answer our full name here.
From Port Harcourt.
Thank you very much. Is it Igbo? You may proceed.
I've been trying for if I should say throughout this year. I have
You may have to try a while longer because you're calling with video. That is why. Reduce the video. Only do normal call, audio, not video. If you add video, the bandwidth cannot carry it. We are in the Zoological Republic.
It's okay. And I was trying on phone line. And
it's better now. It's better. It's better now. Go ahead.
Yes.
No.
During that election, when the hello, director.
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello?
I can hear you now. No, the line is not behaving itself. It's not very good. Try and call us using only audio, please. Not audio, video. Once you do that, you are actually inviting trouble because the zoo, the infrastructure here cannot carry it. Let us see who is on the line. The caller who is on the line, can you hear me on Viber? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good evening, sir, my director.
Good evening. Please speak up. Did you wake up from sleep? You know, go in here. Did you just wake up?
My director.
Sorry? No. No, the line is not. That is the zoo. We are trying to use modern technologies. We are trying to use new media like Viber and IMO and WhatsApp to take calls. There's no light. Oh dear me. Let's try once again. The caller on IMO, can you hear me?
Yeah, good evening, director.
Good evening to you, please.
Hello, good evening, director.
Good evening.
Today, I've been trying to call you all this time, but I thank God so much. Director, God will bless you for the wonderful work you're doing to the people of Biafra. My name is Chukwunoyeremi Hana. I'm calling from Delta State.
You're calling from Delta. Where in Delta
Hello,
are you?
director.
Where in Delta State are you in, please? Where in Delta State?
Asaba.
Asaba. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Asaba.
Thank you.
Yeah. Last time when you were talking based on him, you were calling in the speak and all that. I want to let you know that Jonathan, you should not forget that his Nigerian bodies Hausa Yoruba people. Because Obasanjo in one of his articles, he said he gave power to Jonathan and going to remove it, which he has done. He made him the forerunner to Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. And even when Yar'Adua died, it took up to close to 2 years before they made him president. And I believe within that period, he must have gone through series of oath taking. He would be under their command and all that. And that is why he behaved like that. So let's just like when you see somebody like Okorocha that is eager to president of to represent, the person will not understand. So see all these things, and I just want to just let know some of these things. And the job people and some other people that feel they are not complying. It's just few of them.
No, my dear brother, your line is not performing very well. Maybe that is a cue for us to bring our program to a close. We shall reconvene again in the morning. But before I bring this program to a befitting conclusion, please, I have an announcement to make. IPOB Anambra State will be holding their central administration meeting. Are you aware of that? The central administration meeting. Yeah? That will be happening. Is it for everybody, only for principal officers? For only principal officers, please. The IPOB Anambra State will hold their central administration meeting for the month of May on Sunday. The venue is Oka. The coordinator's number is 080-633-25689. I repeat, 080-633-25689. There are people calling us, and I don't know, slightly. Let me take a few more calls, please. The caller on the phone, can you hear me? The caller on the phone, you are not paying attention, please. try and pay attention next time when you call Radio Biafra. You must turn your system down. If you leave your system on, I will not be able to take your call. Let's try once again. The caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. What are you?
This is Director. Of course it is. Who else will be here, if not me?
I'm and
where are you calling from?
So, I'm calling from Aba.
Speak in English, please, if you can. The world is listening. Speak in English, if you can.
Okay, sir. Sir, I'm calling from Aba, and I thank God for your work because you are working perfectly. And also, I'm a pastor. So, but I thank God because whenever I see the truth, whenever I see the truth, we know that the truth is truth. You are speaking right, you are speaking the right truth, and the people is confirming it. I believe that as people are confirming it, so God is confirming it. And I thank you once again, and I pray for Adama to bless you more and more, and give you more strength, and give you more energy, and the guide give you his charge more than as like before. Let them guide you in Jesus' name.
Yes,
and I'm talking to people. I want to talk to my Biafrans, my brothers and sisters, all the good Biafrans, to believe and to be strong. Let them not allow everybody or any other person or anyone to deceive them. Let them not allow maybe what the other man did, or Wazirike did. Yes, before a good thing comes out, there must be a wrong thing first. Devil will be trying to make sure that he deceives people before. And at last, God will take the glory. Because so, and also, I'm talking to people, maybe they are hearing me now in Aba, because I'm seeing them, they are growing fastly. All of them are growing. They are trying their best, even particularly in Bakassi market. And I'm talking to people because many of them are hearing it, they are listening it. I have what's up with you when they came out from Jesus blessed line, abandon our papa. So people from Kunu, I will meet you tomorrow by 5 o'clock on a kitchen can and manage the ball. So Ebo Beleno, Acham Kageba Sana Bakasi, and on a plaza, and on a power line, in Onima area, Ebo Beleno, Menonime Bakasi. By 5 o'clock in the evening, I will meet you. My kitchen can evaluate the ball, Nabakasi. So, because you make any man or any woman to deceive people. Because I am a pastor, but one of the pastors doesn't surprise me in the middle of them talking about Biafra. They say, what does this man mean? Because of what? I see the truth. I must follow the truth. Bible says the truth shall set you free. And that's what I believe. Even I'm looking even some ministers, they are saying wrong, they are doing wrong, they are doing even my spirit and their spirit, they are not, it's not okay. Because what I see, even sometimes I thank God, I say maybe because of me is the reason why God wants to bring Biafra back. And when I started listening your message, your truth, your comments, now I say now this is the hour. Bible says I'm looking for a man that will stand in the gap. Yes, you are bringing yourself out. Even I'm listening sometimes, ministers are dragging some certain things with you in the in line, or maybe whenever they call you. Yes, they are not doing the right thing because they are not standing in the truth. Most of them, they believe in money. Most of them fighting for money. They are not doing the will of God, the way God wants it. That's the reason why you can see somebody can call you and begin to back here, say this and that, then this and that. Yes, most of them, they are not listening this Biafra. If you tell them something about because of Biafra, they say, when you forget about this. And since 1990, we are hearing about Biafra, not now. Even somebody just interrupt this evening because of him. I tell him, say, okay, forget about it. If you don't like, forget about it, but you see God will do it. Yes, I believe in God, and I believe in Chukwadiama. So, sir, I'm thank God because of you. Because the reason why I like this, I believe on this because of the truth. that you are seeking. And I pray that God will give you strength. You will continue in that truth. Continue. Don't allow devil to come. They will come in many ways. They will come in many forms. But believe on God. Stand firm. Don't check. Yawundi ibani abawa sige na awukwala ni nala. Kujo si one won't get to making stability. One won't can have a stability. When you give anything, and you know them to you Basara Duare. You know them to you Basara Duare. Allah can not believe mega, even fastly. Because the way I'm seeing it and the way my spirit is telling me, Duare Pana him, or God that children America, or like I think that Luigi, or like Wolf Book, and the one with this book on a 4 years ago. So Allah not believe me, the agile, the prepare everything we are going to do. And the not believe me, can fast forward. So, because all this is about feeling me because I will So, please, I'm praying that God will give it to you. And I pray that God will give you more wisdom and more vision. And I pray that God will give you more revelation to know something. And the Bible says, even there's the reason why sometimes I'm blaming some ministers. Though I'm not blaming them, maybe there is their own areas of callings. But I'm blaming them because it seems like this Biafran freedom. Freedom mentioned in Bible, in everywhere in Bible. Freedom is allowed. And to Jesus came because of freedom. And men and even God speak about freedom. And now we need freedom in everything we are doing. We are standing, maybe the Christians are standing, praying. They are praying for freedom. They need freedom from God. They need freedom. And now Biafra is needing freedom. We are fighting for freedom. Now, Christians, even pastors, they're supposed to stand it. I believe God. I believe where to utter again. If pastors, even pastors only in other states only can join the hand, only territories and pray, God will answer them from heaven. But the most problem is that no one can bring himself out for it. Hello.
We are listening to you. I love to listen to people when they make sense.
No one can be willing to do that. Nobody can be willing to do that. When you go to say, we have to make result in this gap. God says in the Bible, I'm looking for a man who will stand in that gap. Who is that man can stand? No one can be standing. No, it seems like as I am, I'm not saying it because of the reason why, because I never come to the level to stand to face the whole world. But I'm praying that God will do it because He's the person that gave me the grace. One day He will do it, and I will face the world. Tell the people the truth because these days ministers are not saying the truth. They are looking for money. Bible says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God, any other things shall be added." But now they are not seeking the kingdom first and the righteousness, but they are looking that's added. That is the reason why you see church is messing up. Now look at now Islamic everywhere now is going to take up. But I pray that He cannot rule. As far as God is living, we are serving a living God. It cannot be taking place until the Biafra take over first. You know, if they will take place, maybe they are inside, not in this Biafra land. I say this the truth, and I talk to people, even the place I am, even in my shop, I see people say, hey, this thing people are doing, they are doing it because they their own time. When my own time will reach, I will tell them that I will stand as this nation as a prophet and tell people the truth. Because when you tell people the truth, people are caring because government will do this. How can government do it? Government is greater than God. If a minister can stand, say the truth. Let the whole government, even the whole world, be against you. But when God is with you, no one can touch you. No one will be against you. No one, they cannot do anything. So, sir, I want you to do what? Continue your job. You are doing well. If your others are not supporting you, if they are not, maybe glorify it. I myself, I love that.
We have support.
Continue what you're doing. And we are having meeting. Once again, let me remember it again. In a Bakassi, in Aba, other states, who is maybe in the Staramatich. So, anyone in the Bakassi hearing me, maybe you are in Plaza, on a power line, or in an area, or close to that place. We're having meeting tomorrow, Friday, by 5 o'clock. Naketi in Kama. In Tinkala place, that place we are watching ball. Everybody they come and work, just stay and watching ball. That place we have meeting there by 5 o'clock. So try to come. Now, if you want the number to contact, this is my number 081 081 68 68 988 988 370. 370. You can call me at any time. The meeting will hold on tomorrow by 5 o'clock, and also on Monday, because on that Monday the coordinator, ABBA coordinator will be there on that Monday. ABBA coordinator will be there on that Monday. So try to come. If you know that you are a Biafran, if you know that this thing we are pursuing, you are with us. So I want you to be there. As you are doing so, may God bless you in Jesus' name. So, Director, I thank you once again. Continue your work.
Will. Thank you very much.
Don't mind people whatever they say.
I don't care what they say.
They can do anything they like. Even and thank God mostly, because for me to get this line, I have tried this line many times, severally, but it's not possible. It's not easy for me to do because it's easy. Many people is calling.
You are very, very lucky tonight, my dear brother. Thank you for that. People around our area and also Bakassi, we never instigated them. They are coming together. As Chukwu Abiyama said, they will. When the time comes, when they hear the message will resonate with them and they will come. I am going to the barrister, but before I do so, there are a few meetings to announce, please. The family in the UAE, they are holding a meeting. Also, the family in Shiraz zone in Malaysia is also holding a meeting. The one for the indigenous people of Biafra in the UAE, that is Dubai, I presume, will hold on Friday, the 8th of May, 2015. The venue is A1 No Building opposite Malabar Supermarket at Lulu Building, office number M10 at Deira in Dubai. The time is 4 p.m. 4 p.m. The meeting of indigenous people of Biafra is holding. Most of you should have your Facebook pages, you see, up, so people can go there to attend the meeting. Please, our national coordinator in the UAE is Ikechukwu, of course, 055-317-0417. That's his number. I hope your account is still working. I repeat, 055-317-0417. That is that very announcement there. I know that I have somebody, our brother from Malaysia, I presume. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Director.
Yes, please.
Good morning.
Yes.
Yeah, good morning, Director.
And good evening from here. Please go ahead. Hey, the line is not very good. Maybe it's a cue for us to bring the program to an end. And we are doing so. Tomorrow morning, we'll continue all our announcements. I want to thank all of you for having joined us this very evening. We are reconvening in the morning at the same time, 7 a.m. in the morning. Please. And Barrister is with me. Is that correct?
Yes, Director, I'm here.
Please, Barrister, go ahead.
Yes, Director, you called me about half an hour ago. There was a flashing news. An Hausa man saw some pretty Biafran girls and promised to give them work if they agree to marry him, yeah?
That is correct. If they agree to marry their Nasarawa people and their Akurekwata and their Hausa.
You see, this is the reason why we have to be in one bloody zoo for our girls and for our oil. Anything that is good in Biafra land, that's what the Hausas want. Uncircumcised men, that is what they want. And that's what they do to our girls in all the universities. They post them. Once they graduate in Biafra land, they send them to Sokoto, Zamfara, Mafrawa. And if that is assuming they come back home alive, they useless them there and give them diseases. That is the reason why we have to. Why don't they go to Yoruba girls? Why Biafran women? If they go to somebody like Obi question, you know, that woman is very ugly. If they can go to somebody like that, then they won't worry. We won't worry. I wish they can just select the ugly ones that we don't need and take them for the guys that are different. We don't want any Hausa Fulani, man Boko Haram to touch our women. They hear about the ones they have taken. Enough. We want to go home. I don't think I've mentioned this to you. You know, one of my uncles died during the war. I was told. My mom's immediate junior brother. He joined the Marine Commandos, and his name is Obachimon on battery. Very fine man, I was told. He died during the war, protecting our people. Hausa, Fulani, Boko Haram, we don't want them anymore. They have killed us enough. They have given us enough aggro. They should stay. The oil they have taken is enough. They should govern themselves. They are Islam, for God's sake. We are Christians. You cannot mix Islam with Christianity. It will never work forever. And it's about time they realize this. Editor, it's about time you're closing, and let me allow you to do so.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you so much.
Of course, you're absolutely correct. But before I do so, let me make this announcement, please, because some of the meetings are coming up tomorrow. In Yongolen, please, in Senegal. Yongolen is the Biafran family in Dakar, Senegal, is meeting tomorrow, 5 p.m. at Yongole. They call the place Yongole. Is that correct? That is where the very formidable Biafra family meeting in Senegal is happening. And also, Chidioji wrote to me to say that the family meeting will also be holding in Cheras, Malaysia. That is today for them. At the Chinese restaurant. Today is not the 9th, is it? Even if they have gone into... No, it's happening on the 9th of May at Jalan Wan Taman Orchid, opposite Suntex Snooker by a traffic light. In fact, let me give you the number. The number to call is 01669-65791. This is the number for the Cheras zone in Malaysia. I repeat, 01669-65791. I repeat, 01669-65791. There is also a family meeting in Malaysia. Sorry, in Manchester, rather. I'm mixing all too many meetings happening, but it's all for good. I know. There is a family meeting happening in Manchester, not Malaysia. Tomorrow as well. The venue is the fire station. That is where they hold their meeting, at the fire station. Not that there is any fire on the mountain. This fire station in central Manchester is at Thompson Street. Postcode is M4. M for mother. 4. 5 FP. 5 Foxtrot Papa. FP. I repeat, there is a family meeting for Manchester tomorrow. Please. The family meeting is happening at the Central Fire Station at Thompson Street. M4 5 FP. The number to contact is 0744 616 1196. I repeat, 0744 61 196 or 0793 1939358. The family meeting in Manchester. Can you see all over the world we are meeting? It's only IPOB or nothing, isn't it? All over the world. I ain't Benin. That is why Biafra is our religion. Here on Radio Biafra is where we worship, because Chukwu Abiyama Okike Kobupa. Chukwu Okike Abiyama, the full name, is creation. Somebody said God is a white man's word. His name is Yahweh. He will guide and bless each and every one of you. He will nurture you. He will sustain and keep you safe and your families. But more importantly, Chukwu Abiyama will, of course, bless Biafra. Thank you for listening. We'll reconvene 7 a.m. in the morning tomorrow. From me, from here, good evening.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. We have vanquished our enemies. All hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. In Him we trust. Shout it, sing it. All hail Biafra. God bless Biafra.